it is Christine here with Gauge Girl Training. Happy Wednesday. You guys are going to love today's chat. I just came from the gym, just did my post. Well, I'm still working on my post workout, but this video is going to be completely transformative. This is going to be one of those videos that you guys listen to over and over and over again, because you guys will notice that I've been spending a lot of time and energy on mindset. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to get back to macro videos. I'm going to get back to hormone health videos. I'm going to get back to science videos, but it's been really heavy on my heart to really address mindset topics when it comes to losing body fat, especially for women, because I think that more often than not, we have a tendency to be our own worst enemy when it comes to staying in a good headspace regarding your health goals. And as a result of that, if you can't temper your headspace long enough where you're able to stay focused long enough to see changes, you are going to drive yourself crazy with this one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, 10 step back approach. And it's not healthy, it's not helping anybody, and it's definitely not helping you, and it's not moving you closer to your goals. So good morning, everybody. For those of you guys, sorry, let me just a couple things here. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name is Christine Haranik, nutrition scientist and chemical engineer. Please comment where you are from. Today we are going to talk about how to lose the effort mindset. The effort mindset. And how many of you guys have been at a point where you're trying to focus on your fat loss and you are doing good? You are chugging along. You are, doing the things you need to do. Maybe you haven't seen progress yet, but you are working out. You are choosing healthier foods. You are doing those things. But something happens, something triggers you, and then you're like, you know what? Screw it. F it. And you're like, I don't care. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. Or you're like, you know what? I just need a minute. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and everything else is just going to have to take 10 seats. If you guys are watching this right now, comment me if that has ever been you, or if that is you right now. If you are prone to just getting frustrated, and that frustration leads to a temporary state of insanity where you want to just throw in the towel on everything that you have been working for, because you're angry, you're upset, you are impatient, you are frustrated, and as a result of that, you've decided, I am going to eat whatever the heck I want to eat. I'm not going to care about my macros. I'm not going to care about my protein. I'm not going to care about my workouts. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you find yourself falling into that space, I'm going to tell you something that's probably going to blow your mind. The difference between moving past that effort mindset and making the better choice, and spiraling out of control and losing your progress and sabotaging everything that you've worked for, the difference between those things, it is so marginal. It is a fraction of a second of a shift. This shift is so tiny. This shift is so small. And when I explain to you the difference between being able to push past those temporary moments of insanity where you're so frustrated and you want to give up, and you're like, you know what, I don't even care. I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do right now, versus, you know what, I'm going to stick to my goal. My goal is important to me. My goal is a priority. And even though this is hard, even though in this moment I want to eat bullshit, and even though in this moment I don't want to work out, and even though in this moment I just want to give in to my feelings, what I'm here to tell you is that difference is so marginal. It's so marginal that it's going to blow your mind. So if you guys are enjoying this topic, I would love it if you guys could give the live stream a thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube with the algorithms. The way you give it a thumbs up, there's 3 dots at the bottom corner of the screen. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, and please make sure you like and subscribe if you want to stay connected for when I go live, because I've decided that I am going to be doing more live content and more mindset motivational content in addition to science-based videos. So we're not going to stop making science-based videos because that's the core of my teachings. Love Light Peace says, for me, it's more about my career than my weight at this moment, but different struggles for different folks. And you know what's really interesting, Love Light Peace? A lot of my clients who are very career oriented, whether they're business owners, whether they're executives, whether they're people who are, you know, high powered career women, what I end up finding is that some of those ladies actually struggle the most with their health because they consistently prioritize their work over their health. And as a result of that, they're not necessarily in the effort mindset, but they're more in the mindset of, this task is more important, this meeting is more important, this email is more important, once this project is done, once this is done, I don't have the time, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And it's so easy because you're busy and you are being productive, and those things are gaining you, you know, success in your career, and maybe you're having more financial gain, and maybe you're moving up the ladder in your company and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times it can come at the expense of your health, and that is a challenge, and that is a problem. So with that being said, and that's a topic for another day, and if anybody trolls this channel, you say anything out of pocket, you are going to be permanently banned from the channel. I don't play, so I'm not in the mood, and I will turn the comments off on the video. So with that being said, my friends, the difference is marginal. We're talking about inches. We're talking about inches. We're talking about the tiniest shift. And here's the thing. When you're in that temporary state of insanity where you're hungry, you're annoyed, you're frustrated, number one, drink some water. A lot of times you might think that you are hungry. Guys, drink some water. You are most likely dehydrated, number one. Number two is you need to get into the habit of pausing. And pausing means you are going to be less reactive. You need to put a gap of time between the emotion that you're feeling and the time that you take an action. And this is a behavior that can help you, especially for those of you guys who have a tendency to be impulsive. Maybe you're impulsive with your eating, maybe you're impulsive with your words. Maybe you say stuff you don't necessarily mean. Maybe you yell at your kids or your partner or even your dogs. Like, I'm not trying to be whatever, but how many of you guys have ever caught yourself where you're frustrated and you're bitchy and you just give full vent to your anger, when if you had paused for a moment and collected yourself and calmed down, that you probably would have spared yourself a lot of frustration. Who here has ever been in that place? And my point is, number one, drink some water. Number two, pause. You need to get into the habit of putting a time gap between that thought and the next action. Because, for example, let's say you want to eat bullshit, right? Let's say you want to eat some bullshit and you want to do it when every time you have that feeling, it's like you want to do it right now, right now, right now, right now. And maybe you want to DoorDash something. Maybe you want to go through a drive-through. Maybe you want to go to the grocery store and get a bunch of snacks. Like, whatever it is, you need to get in the habit of pausing. Now, pausing doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to do it. But if you start to practice, if you begin to practice the habit of pausing, and maybe you start with a 5-minute pause, look at the clock and just be like, you know what? Do something else, distract yourself, have something else to do. Sorry, guys. Have something else to do, at least for the next 5 minutes. So that way the intensity the intensity of that feeling, the intensity of that emotion, that intensity of the feeling that you have in that temporary moment is going to go away. I call these things temporary moments of insanity. And that is, in fact, what they are. When you get into that headspace, that is when you can't trust yourself. And I'm being very dead ass right now. You cannot trust yourself. Would you trust an insane person to drive you somewhere? Or would you trust an insane person with your child? Or would you trust an insane person with your resources? Would you, I think about that for a minute. Would you trust an insane person to carry out something important? And the answer is overwhelmingly no. Of course you would not. Of course you would not. So you need to realize that in those temporary moments of insanity, you can't be trusted. And I know that's like a really tough pill to swallow, but in those temporary moments of insanity where all logic has gone out the window, it's all emotion, it's all feelings. And the thing is, you need to get to the point where you realize that, you know what? I need to take a beat. I need to take a beat. I need to calm myself down because I am not thinking logically in this moment. I am not thinking rationally, and I need to collect myself so I'm in a better headspace. And the problem is, too many of us don't we don't insert disciplined thinking. We don't insert disciplined thinking as part of the process of getting healthy. We think that the discipline is the action. We think of discipline as showing up to the gym. We think of discipline as eating healthy. We think of discipline as drinking water. We think of discipline as going to bed early, saying no to alcohol, and all of those things are true, but you have to discipline your thoughts. You have to discipline your thoughts because there are times, and how many of you ladies, especially during that time of the month when it's right before your cycle, and yes, there are valid, legitimate cravings that happen that are hormonally driven, but at the same time, there is a bit of conditioning in our culture, especially in America, where we feel a lot of entitlement towards snacks, where it's just stuff that we are used to doing. It is very common for people to be like, you know what, this is just what I always do. I got my period, so therefore it's okay. And what I'm here to tell you guys is if you don't grasp control of disciplining your thoughts and putting a break on those things before you make a decision that you are going to regret, you are going to have a really hard time being successful in the long term. It doesn't matter if you can be successful for a week or 2 or 3, and that's great. And for those of you guys who are establishing momentum, I'm happy for you. But I'm talking about the long term because guess what? How many of you guys watching this video right now have more than 25 pounds to lose? How many of you guys have more than 25 pounds to lose? Anyone here have more than 25 pounds to lose? Comment me if you have more than 25 pounds to lose. Okay. If you have more than 25 pounds to lose and you are in a focused headspace and in a caloric deficit and you're working out and you're doing all those things, you could lose 1 pound of body fat per week. How long would that take you to lose 25 pounds? That would take you 25 weeks. There are 52 weeks in a year. Half of a year is 26 weeks. So you need to maintain a focused headspace for a minimum of 6 months. Now, think about that. 6 months is a long time. I think 6 months is a long time. You have to get past this a good day, a bad day, a good day, a bad day, a good day, a bad day. And you need to really clear a runway for improved behavior overall. Like an overall revamp of your behavior. Because friends, this is going to take time. This is going to take work. This is going to take patience. This is going to take discipline. And it's not going to happen if every time you get in a frustrated, bad mood, you give up. Rashida says, I lose motivation after 3 weeks every time. And the thing is, Rashida, I'm here to tell you that we need to dial down to the details. And the details I'm specifically speaking of is when you catch yourself about to enter a temporary state of insanity mentally, and you're about to say, F it, I don't care. When you're about to say that, when you're about to say that to yourself, and as a result, you're about to divert all of your efforts and your energy and attention away from what you said you wanted to accomplish, if you don't address that behavior, if you don't cut that off, you're never going to get anywhere. You are not going to get anywhere. And I am saying this because too many of you guys are not addressing your self-sabotage. You are not addressing self-sabotage. And self-sabotage is so real. I see it all the time. And I think that you use your period as an excuse all the time. You let it mess me up and then you completely give up. You know what, Khadijah? What I would be here to tell you is, let's say, okay, it's period week. Instead of being like, you know what, I need to be perfect on this deficit and stay in that, what if you ate at maintenance calories for your period week? And I mean this, think about this. Let's say you lost in a month, right? In 4 weeks time, well, 4.5, whatever. You lost a pound every week except your period week. But if your period week, if you can just hold, you know what I'm saying? If you can just hold the progress, not go up, not go down, but just hold it. That would probably be a better solution for some of you guys, because if you use that period week as that opportunity, you know, you take one step forward, one step forward, one step forward. So in the course of a month, you took 3 major steps forward, but then you take 10 steps back over 1 week because you were undisciplined in your mindset. My friends, there's a better way to go about this. There's a better way to go about this. Your body won't even notice it because you're not making this huge change immediately, and that is true. I'm Amy. I hate my belly button. Next Monday is your surgery. I think that is a personal choice for you, and if that's something that's going to make you feel better, I want to wish you the best with that. However, my friends, the difference between allowing yourself to lean into the effort mindset and be like, you know what, let me just drink some water, let me chill out. It's so minor. It is so minor. It's literally a fraction of a second of a shift where you were about to do this, but then you were like, you know what, whatever, like I'll get over it. And even if you're pissy about it, even if you really wanted to eat bullshit, even if you're frustrated, and even if you're still in a bad mood, my friends, the only problem food solves is hunger. And before you lean into that, I don't care anymore, I don't give an F, I don't care, whatever, guys, the difference is so small in the moment. It's not going to feel like you accomplished much. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? In that moment, when you choose to not lean into the effort mindset and you choose to stay this course, in that moment, you're not going to feel super accomplished. You're going to be like, well, I didn't do that. But it's the sum of those choices repeatedly. That is what's going to make the difference. That right there is precisely what's going to make the difference. And this is why health coaching is very helpful, because I help people keep their mind on track and keep their mind on track and keep their mind on track. And yes, I dial in your macros. Yes, I introduce strategies that are going to maximize your progress. Yes, I am going to introduce training techniques and meal timing and different macro splits and ratios and all those types of things. And I'll get you there, but I can't get you there unless I have you following your plan. Khadijah says, I also notice when I feel lonely, I lean into the effort mindset. So I think your advice will definitely help. And Khadijah, listen, food is not going to cure loneliness. And I understand more than you can ever imagine how much loneliness. I understand how much loneliness is going to create a challenge. It's going to create a challenge. And I get that. And I appreciate what you're saying. Girl, I completely appreciate what you're saying. But you have to know yourself, my friends. I say this stuff to you. You want to know why I say this stuff to you? Is because self-sabotage is a reason why a lot of you guys are not where you want to be. And so many times you guys are eating stuff that's not even that good. It's not even that satisfying. Like, do you ever like eat a bunch of bullshit and you were like, that wasn't even all that. That wasn't even worth it. That didn't even like you're like, why did I just do that? Why did I just do, like, why did I just do it? It's one thing, like, guys, listen, it's one thing if it's your birthday or you're celebrating an anniversary or you're celebrating a major milestone, or I'm not talking about celebrations. I'm not talking about special occasions that are rare, right? The BS doesn't even taste good. You were correct. Desserts are your downfall since a kid. Well, you hate your belly button. You feel sad about it. What can you do? You can start to reduce the inches on your waist, but you can't change your belly button. Like, I would say, honestly, it sounds like you're being really hard on yourself. And I would encourage you to shift your focus and attention to things you love about yourself. Because I guarantee you that there are things that you fail to appreciate about yourself. And think about this. Yes, you can. Think about this in a relationship perspective. Let's say you have a significant other harping on you about one aspect of your behavior, yet they fail to appreciate all the other wonderful things that you do contribute to the relationship. How would that make you feel if that person, that significant other, just harped on something so inconsequential, a behavior of yours that's so inconsequential, versus all the wonderful things that you have to offer? I think you really need to start to focus your energy and attention to something that's going to be more positive and more constructive. What I will tell you guys is that today is the first day of the 10K Step Challenge. This is a free challenge that I'm hosting inside my private Facebook group with the community. It's free for anybody who wants to join. You can sign up on the website. The goal is to get 10,000 steps a day, Wednesday through Sunday. If you complete this, you will get a $10 gift card to gagegirltraining.com. However, the fall challenge is upon us. And if you're watching this and you're like, Christine, you're right. Like, I need to get it together. I need to really start to discipline my thoughts. I really need to start drinking water. I really do need to pause and delay my reaction. I do need to think twice. I do need to prioritize my health. I do need to do this stuff. And you know you need to do it, and you know you need to do it, but you keep procrastinating, and you keep procrastinating because you are associating the process of getting healthier with pain. You are associating the process of getting healthier with pain. Instead, what you need to do is you need to associate the process of getting healthier with healing. You need to associate the process of getting healthier with healing and not associate it with pain, because you are going to be in more pain if you don't start healing your body of insulin resistance. You are going to be in more pain if you don't start to lose some of that belly fat that is stuck on your torso, that is all jammed up under your organs and compromising your body's ability to function. You are going to be in a hell of a lot more pain when, as you age, you're not mobile. You aren't able to get up and move and carry groceries and play with your kids and play with your grandkids. And you are going to have so much more pain if you don't focus on your health goals. So I want you guys to look at health as healing. And I want you guys to think about something. The word What's the root of the word health? Heal. Heal. The word heal is in the word health. The word heal is in the word health. And I want you guys to put a positive spin on nourishing your body. I want you guys to put a positive spin on exercising. Healing is health, my friends. Healing is health. And I know that the way women think, I understand the way women think. I understand the hormone challenges that you are dealing with, my friends. I understand the pain that you deal with. I understand the thoughts that you tell yourself, because I tell them to myself too at times. But discipline your headspace, discipline your headspace, discipline your headspace, discipline your headspace. And what I would love for you guys to do is I would love for you to join the fall challenge. I would love for you to join the fall challenge, which starts on October 16th. It is $129 for 6 weeks. It comes with customized macros that change every 2 weeks. It comes with a group Zoom call. You get to participate in prizes. We have little mini challenges and stuff inside of the Facebook group throughout the challenge. I do giveaways. I've done several grocery cash giveaways. We have a grocery cash giveaway happening right now inside of our private Facebook group. You also get to compete for prizes. So friends, join that challenge. You can sign up on gagegirltraining.com. And what I would also love for you guys to do, if any of you guys are watching this and anything that I'm saying is hitting home for you, and you're like, Christine, I would love it if you would coach me. I would love it if I could meet with you every week. I would love it if you would tell me what to eat and design my workouts and design my nutrition and really guide me through this process. If that is you, you can book a complimentary discovery call with me. We can meet via Zoom or via phone, and we can discuss what would make the most sense for you. We can talk about your budget. We can talk about your goals, and I will help you figure out what is going to be best for you. I will tell you if a challenge will be best for you. I'll let you know maybe you need to do a shred. Maybe you need to do my hormone reset. Maybe you need to really make a major investment in one-on-one online coaching. And the reason why I say this, my friends, is because there are too many of you guys who are living in a compromised state. There are too many of you guys who keep convincing yourself that health is optional. You keep convincing yourself that this is optional. You keep telling yourself that, I mean, I could do that if I feel like doing all that, but I don't need to do that. Guys, you do need to move. You do need to eat better. And the fact of the matter that 80 to 90% of the general public does not mean it's normal. It does not mean it's normal. It does not mean it's normal just because most people don't give a shit about their health. That's not normal. That's not normal. Just because, like, guys, snacks, candy, Oreos, treats, Swedish fish, all of those things, you guys, that stuff is always going to be there. You are not missing out. You are not missing out on anything. You are not missing out. Guys, literally, you are not missing out. And I'm going to tell you why you're not missing out. Have you ever changed your life for the better as a result of feeding into your emotions in that temporary moment of insanity where your mind isn't right? Have you ever actually felt rejuvenated and blessed and just woke and awakened and empowered? Like, guys, that does not empower you. That does not empower you. All you are doing is sabotaging yourself. All you are doing is sabotaging yourself. That is not health. That is not healing. That is called an undisciplined mind. That is a lack of self-control. And when you consistently move without self-control, you are going to lead towards chaos. It's going to lead to chaos, 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 chaos. And then you're going to turn around. You're going to be upset that you're trying so hard, but you're not losing weight. It's not that you're not trying hard. You're not disciplining your behavior. You're leaning into your temporary moments of insanity when you cannot be trusted, and you are trusting the wrong person with your health. And sometimes you can't trust yourself. And that, to me, is what's the word I'm looking for? That's like an epiphany for me, to acknowledge the fact that there are points in your day, there are points in the month where you cannot trust yourself to make the right choices. And if you continuously slip and fall and lean into that over and over and over again, first of all, you got to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge that it's a problem. And my friends, I want you guys to be reminded. I want you to be reminded, be reminded, be reminded, be reminded that the only problem. Sorry, I hyped my dog up. The only problem food solves is hunger. We need to pause. We need to drink our water. And if you're at a place where the things that you're telling yourself on a consistent basis are not true, then you may need to work with somebody that's going to get your head in the right space. And that is one of the many benefits of one-on-one online coaching. That is something that I'm very good at. And I think that a lot of you guys are unnecessarily hard on yourselves. I think some of you guys give yourself way too many passes. You guys know who I'm talking about. You give yourself too many passes. And sometimes give yourself a pass from what? You didn't put in any work. People are like, oh, I need a cheat day. A cheat day from what? You didn't even make any progress. You made no progress, but yet you need a break? Like what? You make no sense. Like imagine you just started a new job. You've been unemployed for 6 months. You start a new job. You've been working the new job for a week. You haven't even collected a paycheck yet. And you're like, I need a vacation. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, my friends. I have to sign off, but guys, join the Fall Challenge October 16th, $129 for 6 weeks. Info on the website. Book a one-on-one discovery call with me if you want to talk about health coaching. But guys, I love you. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. I hope this helped you out.